Dear students, I am Dr. Mahesh Hirulal, Assistant Professor, Department of Roganidhana. In this video, we are going to discuss about concept of Agni and its Vikruti. In syllabus, we have Agni Hetu, its Beda and Agni Dushti Lakshanas. Objective of this video is understanding of basic concept of Agni, the causes of Agni Dushti, different types of Agni Dushti and their signs and symptoms, importance of Agni Dushti in manifestation of diseases and its clinical importance. As we know that Agni is a very important concept. If you see the definition of Swastham, Samadosha Samagnischa. Sama Agni is a prerequisite for a person to be called as Swastha. And the function of Agni is it will make the digestion of different food we are taking in the form of Ashita, Pita, Lida, Kadita, etc. And it will make into the Rasa, which is helpful for Dhatu Poshan. The importance of Agni is also given as it is responsible for Varna, Bala, Swastha, Utsaha, Upachaya, Oja, etc. And it is called as Moola of the Deha. If the Agni is hampered, then the person will be having the diseases, and the Samagni is the cause for Swasthata. Basically, we have three types of Agni in different concepts like Bhutagni, Dhatwagni and Jataragni. Bhutagni, as we know that Panchabhutas are there, our body is formed from Mahabhuta. In our body also we have a different Pancha Mahabhuta Agnis. Dhatwagni, in Dhatu Poshana Nyaya, from Rasa to Rakta, Rakta to Mamsam, if it has to transfer from one Dhatu to another Dhatu, there should be a mediator, and that mediator is the Dhatwagni. And this Dhatwagni is most important for the normalcy of the Dhatus. Coming to the causes for Visheshan of Agni. Now onwards, if you say the Agni, it is the Jataragni. The causes for Visheshan of the Jataragni are Abhojana, Ajirna, Atibhojana, etc. So this is the shloka. If you split it and if you see that the causes for the Visheshan of Jataragni are Abhojana, Ajirna, Atibhojana, Vishama, Ashan. If the person does a bhojana or the person takes the bhojana, even if the person is having the ajirnata, or if the person takes the ati bhojana, it will hamper the Agni. Asatma bhojana, the person is not accustomed to some type of food, but if he takes it, then also it will lead to the Agni Dushti. Guru, Shita, Atiruksha, Sandushta bhojanas. If a person takes the ahara of these gunas, will also lead for Agni Dushti. Very importantly, Vaidyapachara, that is Vireka, Vamana, Sneha Vibrama. If there is an asamyak Vamana or Virechana or even asamyak Snehana, then also it will lead to the Agni Dushti. Vyadhi Karshana, different Vyadhis will lead to the Agni Hani. Then according to the Desha, Kala, Rutu Vaishamya. In summer we will be having the less Agni. If we go to the any different areas, that is the Desha, then also there will be the Agni, Vaishamyata will be there. And Kala. In Yavana Avastha, Agni will be at the optimum. In Ruddha Avastha and Bala Avastha, Agni will be at the lower intensity. And the person who is doing Vega Sandarana. Then also there will be the Agni Dushti. These are the Agni Dushti Hetus. Coming to the classification and the Visheshan of the Agni Dushtis, basically you have the three type of Agni Dushti, that is Vishamagni, Tikshnagni, Mandagni, and the fourth one is the Sam, which is in the equilibrium state, and for which the doshas are responsible. For the Vishwagni, it is due to the Vata, Tikshnagni, it is due to the Pitta, and Mandagni, it is due to the Kapha. So in this table you can see that Vishama Agni is caused by Vata dosha and it is most predominant in Vataja Prakriti person. Tikshnagni is caused by Pitta dosha and it is most common in Pittaja Prakriti person. Mandagni is caused by Shleshma Dushti and common in Shleshma Prakriti. And Sama is seen in the Prakritika Avastha. Coming to the Lakshanas of these Vishamagni, Tikshnagni, Mandagni, etc. So this is from the Shruti Samhita reference. We will see one by one. First one is Samagni. How to know that the person is having the Samagni? If he is having Yata Kalam Anupayuktam Annam Samyak Pachati. The person who is taken the food, it will be digested in time, then it is called as Samyak Pachati, and there will be some Samyak Pachana Lakshana will be there, then we will call it as the person is having Samagni. Coming to the Vishamagni, here sometimes person will be having the irregular digestion, and person will be having the Lakshanas like Admana, Shula, Udavarta, Atisara, Jatara Gaurava, Antrakrujana, and Pravaha. So if a person is showing these symptoms, we can think that person is having Vishamagni. Coming to the Tikshnagni, it is told that Prabhutam Apyuta Yuktam Annam Ashu Pachati Sa Tikshna. Person has taken Prabhuta Ahara, that is a large quantity of food, but it is digested in an Ashu. Ashu means very fast. Then it is called as Tikshnagni. And person will be having need to take muhur, repeatedly need to take the food, and at the pakante, at the end of the digestion, person will feel some signs and symptoms like Gala, Talu, Oshta Shosha, Daha, Santapa. If he is seeing these Lakshanas, then we can think that person is having Tikshnagni. Coming to the Mandagni, Alpam. Okay, person has taken a very little quantity of the food, but it will take a more Mahata Kalena. It will take more time to get digested. And the person, when he will take the food, he will be having Udara, Shirogaurava, Kasa, Shwasa, Praseka, Chardi, and Gatra Sadana. If he showing these symptoms, then we can tell that person is having Mandagni. Coming to the role of Agni in manifestation of disease. Why this Agni is so important? It's told that for the Swastha, Agni is prerequisite. Same way, Sarva Rogo Mandagno Api. If a person is having the Mandagni, or the Mandagni is causative factor for all the Roga. If Mandagni is there, there will be the formation of Ama, and this vicious circle will continue to lead the Dhatu Vaishamyata and Dosha Vaishamyata, leading to a different type of diseases. And the Dhatu Gatatva of the dosha will take place when there is an Dhatwagni Hasa is taking place. The most common example for Agni Dushti diseases are Jwara, Pandu, Grahani, Atisara. Take for example of Jwara, where in the first stage of the Jora Samprapti, there will be the Mandagni and there will be the Ama. That Ama is going to obstruct the Rasavaha and Swedava Srotas, and internally there will be the causation of the Jora. So what is the clinical use of this concept of Kaya Chikitsa? It's called as the Agni Chikitsa. Whatever we are going to give the treatment, it's called as Agni Chikitsa. We are going to treat the Agni. And to plan the Langana and Pachana, we should know that what is the stage of Agni. Is it Vishamagni or Mandagni or Tikshna Agni or Samagni? If the person is having the Mandagni, then you can advise for Langana and Pachana. To plan for the Svedana, you need to first correct the Agni, then only you can start the giving the Abhyantara Sneha. And to plan the Panchakarma. To choose the Panchakarma and to plan the Panchakarma, the assessment of Agni is most important. With this, we will be concluding the concept of Agni and its Agni Dushtis. If you have any doubt, we will have the discussion in the interaction class. Thank you.